The shot is Carolina. Hey, what do you say?
Talkin Sauce, episode 88. Welcome.
What up?
How you doing?
Doing all right? You know what I'm saying? How's y'all's Halloween?
Halloween. It's November 1st. It's my wife's birthday today.
Happy birthday
Shouts
to
out.
your wife.
She graciously let us do the podcast still. So we only have 5 minutes.
We got to make this
wrap
quick.
this up. Halloween was straight. I went to a friend's house. It was a very small social distance get-together of dressed-up individuals.
What everyone go as?
We're unstoppable.
No, but everyone else. I know. Remember.
I feel like I've said this a million times. There was a
Like anything especially good?
There was a Carol Baskins
Nice.
Joe Exotic situation.
Nice. Topical.
The chick was dressed as Joe Exotic and the dude was Carol. That
Nice.
kinda, makes it a little bit more unique. Someone was a witch.
Classic.
Cody's fiance. That was who. Cody didn't go.
Was he really not
Surprise.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprise. Where was
That's
he
awesome.
At home.
at? Just
No,
not?
I think he was. He did another Halloween thing like the day before and was like really hungover or something. Like yeah.
I thought you were gonna say he just went to a different Halloween
No,
party. I
but
was
yeah,
like, interesting.
apparently he could not hang. But a couple other people, a couple other buddies were Barnacle Boy and Aquaman, or not Aquaman, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's awesome.
I guess I got COVID. Nose tickle. So yeah, that was really about it.
Still dope.
No, that was it. What'd you guys do?
I went over to my girlfriend's apartment, just hung out with her and her roommates, dude. They made these, I guess they're like a caramel apple mimosa, dude. It was like apple cider with the champagne and then lined the glass with some caramel brown sugar. Fire.
It sounds good.
Super fire.
Sounds
Like-
tasty. What about you?
Didn't do much. Stayed in, watched some scary movies. Got some frozen yogurt.
Nice.
The girlfriend. Watched some more scary movies.
What movies you watched, dude?
We watched like all the classics. Watched some Halloween. Watched some Nightmare. Mostly just streamed that shit low key. But yeah, it was a good time.
Hell
Sick.
yeah, dude.
Sick. And trick-or-treaters?
Dude, what?
It's a different point in your life, like where you live in a situation where like a trick or treater could come to your resident.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's never been us. Other than like when we live with our families.
Right, but
Did you have trick-or-treaters come to your apartment door?
No,
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
That'd be wild. Come all the way up the steps.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
I guess
Candy,
efficient
bro.
from like a parent's perspective, taking them to an apartment complex, just 8 feet, pop, 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 pop,
But-
pop, pop,
9 out of 10 units you hit are gonna be like, the
pop. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I ate all the candy I was thinking about maybe putting out.
Do you
like,
live here?
Yeah.
Go home.
Halloween was weird. So yeah.
It was a weird one for sure. Did he tell you? You know what I'm fucking tired of? Did y'all know there's another curfew Friday night?
Yeah.
okay, that makes because I went to Popeyes over the weekend and they had a sign that says something about a curfew, and I was like, what?
Dude, I feel like 1 out of every 3
They
people I
canceled
talked
it.
to fucking heard about it.
Yeah, no, they didn't really advertise it very well
At all. They've done
I
that
saw
like
it on
a
Twitter.
couple
That's the only
times.
reason
That's
why
where I saw it too.
Yeah.
I saw it it's happened a couple times in
Yeah.
like the past months where it'll just be like 6 o'clock and I'll just happen to be on Twitter and people are like, man, there's another curfew. I'm like, how is there not like push a notification out? Like do
It's
something,
wild.
dude. Like
Yeah, I think they had that one go down, and then like there was one anticipated for Halloween, and then
Yeah.
they like canceled it.
Yeah.
So rightfully so.
I'm
It's-
fucking tired of it, man.
Me too.
It's the laziest way to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for Halloween, it's like we're just gonna put everyone in handcuffs that's out after a certain time.
Yeah.
Like that's just their whole plan.
That's super fucked up.
it's fucking yeah.
That's all.
Tired
another
of it.
thing. Yeah.
Tired of it.
Rest in peace, OG James Bond,
For real.
Sean Connery.
For real. Low key, probably my favorite Bond. Like low key.
Yeah.
Maybe Pierce Brosnan.
I would say
was kinda-
probably Pierce Brosnan, but
Pierce
that's just a
Brosnan.
generational thing.
Yeah.
You know? But
But Sean Connery, dude, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Got a shots I leave.
League of Extraordinary
Wow.
Gentlemen, dude.
yeah.
Fucking-
Damn, I'm forgetting the other movie. What's that shit? Castle shit? Someone knows.
Someone knows. If you know,
You know,
comment.
comment down below.
Yeah,
Your favorite Sean Connery movie.
Yeah.
Yo, Netflix is getting Chappelle's Show. Are they getting
For
like
real.
all of it right away? Is the whole thing?
That's like they just kind of announced it. I really didn't look the details.
Bring
I'm
it.
gonna assume so.
Yeah, I would. Netflix is winning if that's the case.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's fucking
Huge
That's
W.
huge.
Huge
Sick of watching
W.
the skits on YouTube.
Did Comedy Central? Did they still own it?
Maybe that's the deal. They would no longer. I mean, I would
Maybe, don't
imagine,
know.
right? That would
Well,
have to
or
be
it would
the
just be
deal.
a licensing thing. Netflix dropped some bread.
Sure.
But I just because Chappelle still has to have a stake in it, right? Like they're using his name and
I
stuff.
think he would just
like,
get royalties rather than, you know what I mean? Similar to like when you are like in a movie and you don't claim any ownership to that movie,
Yeah.
but you get paid when it's
Yeah.
used. You know what I mean?
But yeah, but he was like, he was the entire brains, him and Brennan.
He was,
so.
and then he walked away from it. So I
Well,
don't-
he
I don't know
walked
what
away
else he
from
keeps.
the next contract.
Right.
Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah,
So,
but
I
if
was
you-
just,
but
I
if
would
you
assume
don't have a
he's still-
contract. I don't know what you have. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just rights to the original show, even if.
But that would be what they would have negotiated in the contract he walked away from.
Well, they were negotiating future more seasons, and he was like, "I'm good," because they wanted total ownership. I think that was like the whole thing, wasn't it? They were like, "We want the whole thing.
I don't know.
We're gonna give you X dollars," and he was for like the next whatever seasons to like continue the show, and he was like, "I'm out."
All I'm saying is like I don't think he has much control.
I wouldn't say. I'm talking about just like percentage of like I
getting
own
paid.
35% of the show. He's gonna get paper off of Netflix.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid for sure. I mean, he's been doing shit with Netflix. He's gonna see a
Yeah.
check. He's definitely gonna see a check. It's gonna be sick. I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah.
Um,
But before we move on, speaking of watching things, if you're listening to this, go check out our YouTube. We got to plug early now, dude. I figure most people aren't listening to the end. Get these plugs out early. Go check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
We put out the Scrum on Wednesday. It's a YouTube only thing. And all the podcasts, all video. And we got a new camera. So make it worth our while.
Yeah, go
Please
watch
check it
YouTube.
out. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, all that shit.
Ding.
do that shit.
You guys watch YouTube. You're there.
You're there. Check it out. Yo, episode 88. With it being episode 88, we got a shout out player. Warware, the number 88. Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane, the best U.S. born player to ever play by far. By far. I think it was a few years ago he took the record from, what was it? Was it Mike Modano? Or was it one of the fucking, what's it called?
Ooh. That's a good question.
One of the,
I don't know off the top of my head.
It's me either. Either way.
Patrick Kane.
Either way, Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup winner with Chicago Blackhawks, giant contract he signed.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, the 10-year by 10 mil or some shit
Something,
like
yeah.
that? The match deal with Taves. Absolute disgusting playmaker. Some of the best hands in the league, if not the best for what he does.
And has to make
Clutch
up for being
performer,
undersized by a pretty wide margin too.
especially when he came into the league.
Yeah.
Pipsqueak even.
for real.
Dominated right away. Multiple trophies, multiple all-star appearances, a lot of playoff points. Beautiful shit there.
There's a couple blemishes on the record. We gotta say that.
Yeah, for
Some
sure.
not so cool shit that he's done. But good at hockey.
Pretty good at hockey. Pretty good
3-time
at
Cup
hockey.
champ.
Fucking 44% career shooting
Uh,
in shootouts.
I thought you. For a second, I thought you. In general, I was like, God damn,
No,
dude, he's
no.
like that's fucking insane.
No, yeah, in shootouts, he's got a 44% turnover rate, which is nasty because he takes a lot of attempts. Absolutely disgusting.
And he's been in the center of controversy about the shootout rules because the hands are so nasty. Remember with Dubnyk, was it a season or two ago where he just came in moving so slow, but just like hands quick as shit that they were like, is it even really considered forward momentum? And it's like, bro, it's Patrick Kane. Like,
It's fine.
it's just him that's gonna do it. Like,
Yeah, so big shouts out Patrick Kane. Also shouts out Eric Lindros, man. One of my favorite players of that time.
yeah,
I really wish he could have played the game longer.
yeah.
So bad.
He's one of those because he was a big dude, one of those big skill guys that they kind of suffer from that hack-a-shack thing where it's like, man, you're so big and so good, like the refs let people get away with shit, and in his career he was getting hit
Yeah.
to the fucking
Yeah. Pummeled.
Scott Stevens. I mean, that one hit probably single-handedly fucking took 30% of his brain cells, dude. That shit was
Pretty much, dude.
played through a brutal time.
Yeah, it sucks. Fucking yeah, he was like Lemieux-esque
Yeah.
when he was good. So yeah, it sucks that his career was cut short. Big shouts out Eric Lindros. Big shouts out Patrick Kane. Episode 88, dude.
Dude, what's our plan when we pass 99, dude?
We gotta think of a new bit.
We got to think of a new bit. Do we just do the worst players for every number? Just like we have.
Just run it back in
Just-
reverse.
Yeah, run it back in reverse.
Yeah,
And then,
good.
then when we pass
It's an option.
200, we can do the most average player at every number.
The guy with the mean.
Yeah.
The
This
mean
guy
stats.
was right in the center, down the line.
That's an awful idea. That's the worst idea.
It'll help no one out. Like the worst, maybe you get like a trivia question one time, right? But the most average guy, never,
Stupid.
never once.
Stupid. Yo, Hurricanes. A little bit of off season, out of season moves.
Yeah, we've Kropelka, who was a vice president of hockey ops, left for Florida. Him and Rick Dudley, both VPs of hockey ops, and both guys that when Dundon took over and we set up the new front office, both guys that like we even talked about, like really excited to bring in. They're two, Dudley real good on the personnel side, and Kropelka great with the contracts. Losing both of them to Florida. And then we lost a couple of head of scouting departments over in Europe to Seattle. Which I think I read with those, like at least one of those guys played with Francis on the Whalers. So it's like there's some, he's going to work for his boy. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if these guys are getting raises going elsewhere.
There's probably gonna be some more of that,
Yeah. I think I'm wondering if that.
especially as the team gets established.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if maybe it kind of turns it. We almost kind of turned into one of those places like, as long as Tulski is still like the guy, people come for like a couple of seasons knowing you're probably not going to get paid as much by Dundon just because how he operates. But your next job is you're gonna be like, look at the work that was done while I was the VP of hockey ops over here. And it's like, kind of benefit from the
It's
organization.
like basically sort of like what like the Leafs do
Yeah.
a lot. They bring people in. And it's like, oh, you were this guy at the Leafs. Well,
Yeah.
here, be our assistant general manager.
Yeah, for real. And then we've kind of become those like stats people darlings,
Yeah.
over the past couple seasons. So I do think there might be some kind of boost
That's true.
by, getting your hands in on it.
These are facts.
And as long as you don't lose Tulski, I'm not upset. Like if we lost Tulski, I'm going like, fuck.
Yeah. For
You're a
sure.
real smart dude.
And Florida needs the help.
Yeah.
It's not a team where you're like, well, shit, I really hate that they got these guys.
Yeah.
Florida, it's like, all right, well,
And
whatever.
I think Kropelka is getting to basically run the AHL team. So I guess that's Charlotte now, right? So he doesn't even have to like move far. Right? I'm not tripping.
No,
right?
no,
That
no,
is very good.
yeah, because we have Chicago and then Florida got Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
Yeah.
That's
so.
wild.
Yeah, if he's probably getting a pay boost, and I know like Luke DeCock tweeted out saying like these are all kind of lateral moves, and Kropelka was basically the AHL GM here and stuff. But it's like I'm sure if it wasn't his title, you're not getting that.
He'll get a stipend in Florida.
Yeah, he's gonna get
He'll have a house in Florida.
yeah he'll get all his income in Florida.
Yeah,
no
we'll have a
income
reason to go to the
tax.
house he has in Florida.
Why does no one talk about the income tax with the front office people, dude?
Because no one cares about them. Because they're not raising cups, or you know what I mean? Not the way the players are.
They're like the VP of hockey ops, like the third guy in line.
Yeah, it
Out there in
doesn't.
a
You don't
suit.
see that on the poster. With Jim Rutherford.
In the locker room, it's just all the execs
Yeah.
laying down with their suits.
That
on.
might be like in an article somewhere, but it's not on the fucking. Yeah, it's not the poster the kid has on the wall. And then the Russian prospect over there
Yeah.
in the KHL, dude, Nishkin.
laying the
big
hammer
bodies,
down, dude.
laying big bodies, just like falling, like Tom Wilson-esque, just falling into guys with his big
He's like,
frame.
I'm gonna put everything I got into this, and if it makes contact, it's gonna be a boom.
You love to see it.
Yeah, and we need that. I mean, we've talked about
Borderline
it. We need that
type
kind
hits.
of shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. I want
Those non-OHL hits.
yeah. Oh man, we're gonna have to.
Do we have
get
to talk
into
about? Let's
that.
talk about that. We brought it
gonna-
up.
Yeah.
Might as well. So the OHL announced there will be no body contact this season.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
How?
we kind of called it.
We did. Low
We
key.
did back when they were talking about bringing the league back. We were talking like, what if they implement like mandatory full face shields, like all that shit, and the OHL was like, yeah,
No touching.
Yeah, it doesn't make. I don't see how it's going to be enforced.
They're not
Like,
implementing full face shields. They're still keeping face-offs. They're not saying like scrums after whistles will be automatic injection. They're not saying things like that. They're just saying there will be no body check. Maybe more stuff will come with it that kind of smooths out the ins and outs of it. I don't know how the fuck you make it work and make it a watchable sport.
Yeah, it's like, are you going to tell guys like don't play defense? Like to some extent, just like from a body position standpoint, you're going to be touching guys.
Well, it's like that. It's like that table hockey game where like it's like the circle and then you're fucking. The guys are just like whacking the shit to each other. It's just that.
Everyone just has to stay in position. Just pop, pop, pop.
You just
and
have
hope
a
you
bubble you can
intercept it.
stay in. Yeah.
Dude, going back to
Guys
kind
like Line and Ovechkin would fry, dude.
Oh, dude. Line is going to get a huge contract next year, dude. Putting up 75 goals just hanging out at the circle.
Yeah.
But dude, it's kind of like with the curfew thing we're talking about. It's lazy. It's like you're not gonna either don't play or like let them play. Like if you're gonna let them play, make it as safe as you possibly can. But this is just it just seems like they're going to see we're doing something about we're keeping things safe.
And I
It's
think
like, no,
I think
you're
it's
not.
the pressure of the fact that like they're so young, so like they want them to play, but they want to do something extreme for the concern of the fact of their youth, right? Because the fact that with COVID, having long-term side of or post effects, right? That's the big thing if you're younger. So I feel like that's the compensation.
Yeah,
It's not. I'm not defending it. I'm not really even playing devil's advocate. I'm just trying to step into the mindset.
Yeah,
of
no, I mean,
what's the reason? It really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's a better thing to do. I feel like just like
or
don't do
there's
it.
really or there's not.
Yeah,
It is what it is if you're gonna play hockey.
Yeah, and it's like, do they care about the kids? Like maybe, but if you really did, you just wouldn't. You just
Exactly.
wouldn't cancel the season. Like,
Exactly.
Or you would
Facts.
cancel the season. I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, it's dumb. It's
is
just
dumb.
real dumb.
It's very dumb. So shouts out our prospect pool.
Yeah.
Speaking of fucking dumb.
There's some dumb
Speaking
shit happening,
speaking of
dude.
dumb, and to be honest, I don't really agree with this. Arizona renounced the pick of Mitchell Miller. They said
Okay.
we don't want him anymore. I don't agree with that. And it's not that it's not justified for what he did. He doesn't deserve to be in the NHL right now. But more so over like you've already made the mistake of picking him, and you went as far as saying you're going to use this kid as a pillar for anti-bullying and anti-racism and all this other shit, and then you back out on that part too. It's like no, like put him through the fucking ringer. Make this kid a better person. You said you were going to do all that. What?
Yeah, I mean they definitely they get no points or whatever you want to say for this because it's like you guys.
And we lost an ass beating.
For real, you lost the chance to let Ryan Reeves run this kid. That's what they should have done. Just put him in the league way too young, fourth line. Just let Ryan Reeves run him.
And then just buy him out.
Like,
It's fucked up. It's so fucked up.
but it's just like they already were trying to slide by with it. They were like, they were missing their first couple rounds because of the draft shit they went through, and they're like, look, this
Here's a
kid's-
first round caliber talent.
Yeah,
He's
kid's
an
a
absolute
straight
piece of shit,
Yeah.
but he's a first caliber talent. Hey, we don't have any first round picks. No one will notice, right?
Yeah, no one will know.
We're not already under a microscope for fucking up, right?
Yeah. And so they bring him in, and the public goes, "Yo, what the fuck?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's our bad. No, yeah, no, you're gone." Like kicks him out. It's just, it's
You got caught with your hand in the fucking cookie jar.
Yeah, and you get no points for that shit. Like
Take the cookie,
Yeah, if you already got the cookie, eat the fucking cookie. But yeah,
but reform the cookie.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stupid.
And again, like I don't think he should be in the league.
No, me either.
But you fucking made the pick. Like you made your bed. Fucking lie in that shit, dude. Like.
Yeah.
You keep him in your system, maybe never let him go to the league, but you get to wear that A. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So,
like
fuck Arizona.
he doesn't have to fucking play. You put him through a bunch of fucking different types of fucking social rehabs and different types of fucking programs and put him in charge of working through a lot of different charities.
Yeah.
And education type matters, and fucking no one ever says he has to crack a fucking roster.
And then, make him do all that work, and then just
You did your part.
and then just like don't sign.
And
him.
trying to
Just don't
reform the
resign.
young man. But hey, whatever. He's and then he got kicked off the hockey team at the University of Notre Dame, which is also justified.
Was it?
Doesn't fit their fucking.
I thought it was like Delaware or something. Was it Notre Dame?
University in North University. UND.
Either way, UND.
Yeah.
Either way,
No idea.
He got kicked the fuck out.
No idea.
Not from school, but off the
hockey team.
off the team.
Still gets to go to school, which I do
Yeah.
agree with because that's kind of the whole
University
point.
in North Dakota.
North Dakota.
There we go. Yeah, we're both idiots. That's the point. Is that you definitely don't deserve a shot at an NHL contract or at an NHL lifestyle. But now's your chance to fix your life because of how young you were when you made this mistake. You can still get a shot at education. Use that education to fucking educate yourself about why those behaviors are completely unacceptable.
Yeah, and I was reading an article on The Athletic. I forget who wrote it, but basically it was kind of talking about like where does this kid go from here, and they were talking to like the college circuit, and basically everyone's like, yeah, we're not. Like he has no chance of ever playing for another college team.
Oh, he's never gonna play for another college team.
But
Yeah.
then they went into like the junior teams where he's played for a couple seasons, I think there, and even the junior.
So we don't have any morals.
Yeah, the junior teams were like, like I don't think he's gonna get a job anywhere here either. And then it just kind of got down to the point where it's like, I think this kid probably should stop focusing on hockey as his next step and maybe focus on fixing himself a little bit. Because I mean, I really don't. I don't think he's ever gonna get a chance to play in the league. You know what I'm
Probably
saying? Because
not.
even if he goes and apologizes to Isaiah and his family, it's so empty at this point where it's like you tried to get away without doing it, and then he got caught. He's like,
I
sorry.
do think there's a potential chance, not necessarily deserving, but there's a chance I could see him making the league at like 25. Because what's he like at 18, 19
I think he's
now?
18.
I could see him making the league at like 25 as a free agent in like that many years.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's but that would I would, and that's if I'm going to say that he could make it, and that's the earliest I would put a number on it.
Yeah, and he would. I mean, it would have to be
Not that that's
a
how long it
serious-
takes to become a better person or anything. That's just honestly the earliest
Like a
I think he
guess?
would have a shot.
Yeah,
Because he would have to still be eligible
Mm-hmm.
to like be a decent rookie, which
Yeah.
at that age you're running out of time period. So
Yeah.
that's the earliest it could happen before you're fucking just out of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then also too, he would have to fucking do some serious,
yeah. Life changes, like some serious,
self-fixing.
self-evaluation. But the funniest shit
Crazy.
to come out of
Oh,
this
yeah,
shit, dude.
dude.
His twin sister, Dylan. Have you seen
You
this?
heard about
I
this?
have not. I just
So
just
he's
saw
got
it
a
on the
fraternal
schedule.
twin sister.
Excited.
She came out and said, like put out a post that was like this long thing about how like my brother's always been a good soul. Our family's not racist. I've dated African American guys and we have black friends. And when we stopped dating, my brother was still friends with them even afterwards. Like literally,
Good
like
for
paraphrasing quote unquote type shit.
No, I literally have it pulled up. Yeah, I have many close friends who are African American and dated an African American for almost a year
There
and
you
a
go.
half,
Told you.
who my brother happily
that tough?
supported and was friends with after the breakup.
After
Cool. Still committed hate
we
crimes.
dated that whole time, and he never called him the N word.
Yeah.
That's what she
That's-
basically
yeah.
what she
Had him on the
said.
back,
Dude,
ladies
and then she
gentlemen.
ends it. She goes, lastly, anyone that knows both Mitchell and Isaiah know this story wasn't just one-sided.
Oh.
Yeah.
She said that.
Yeah.
Wow.
She
Yeah.
goes, yeah, he bullied my brother too.
Yeah,
That
so
fucking,
that basically
Okay.
was just disregarded as even a comment. I think in the end of the day, like people are roasting her, but like no one's taking that seriously.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's just, it's crazy that I like every time you see the like I have black friends excuse, it's just like people still don't get it. Like like people are still like, no, like I'm gonna bring this up and
yeah, and
people are gonna be like,
that's so besides the point.
oh, like,
Yeah.
oh, you date black
For real.
people?
So outside of the point.
Fuck.
Um,
Guys, she's a good one. Everyone knows she dated a black guy.
and Mitchell was cool with it.
Dude, and Mitchell wasn't
He
even
asked
mad.
her. He asked her first, and then he said it was fine. You know what I mean? He did the respectful thing and asked for permission. Fucking ridiculous, man.
Dude, that shit always, like, anytime I see a family member come out and like make it happens in the NFL and shit all the time, dude. As like the person, you got to be so pissed right now. Like Mitchell's a piece of shit, yeah, but his life's definitely hell right now. And then like your twin sister goes and puts that out.
She
and
ain't helping.
You're like, God damn it, dude. Like, could you not have just shut up like I've been for just a little while? Like, we're right in the thick of it. You're out here saying you dated like a black guy. This is not helping anybody. Like,
You're out here saying that you tried out for black.com. It's not doing us any favors, okay? Just because you
For
want to
real.
promote your adult entertainment career.
dude, for real, that shit always.
That's hilarious.
It's
Um,
because like when it's like guys' moms and shit. Like I've seen it happen in the NFL where they're like, my baby's like pissed off at this owner and the coach sucks, and it's like you can't help your mom. But yo, mom, shut up. Like, you can't tell your mom to shut up.
can't tell your mom to shut up.
You got to real politely send her a text like, hey.
Chill.
Delete Facebook. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They're tracking your every move.
This
Mom. You
isn't
don't
the
need that on
Campbell
your
Soup
phone.
commercial.
Yeah.
Save it for that. Dallas Stars blackout jerseys. The green. Looks
There's
like...
controversy about it.
Well, what?
Or as far as like liking it or not.
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
good or
yeah.
not?
Mad people. There were a lot of people who were hating. I think they're pretty sick. I think it's just... they're a little intimidating to the eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see it being a little like overkill. I see that side of it. But at the same time, it's a risky thing for a hockey jersey. An NHL hockey
You
jersey.
say it's a
like,
step outside like the normal.
yeah, it looks like a fucking arena football colors.
Yeah.
And I said it as a compliment. It's a little zany. It's a little
bright.
little wacky.
You little D-Generation X, dude.
Little fuck
Straight
exactly.
up
That's exactly like that is degeneration. Fuck. It came up right as you said that.
100%.
Straight up Matrix fucking.
Dude, they
Yeah,
better
man.
have that as their fucking as their fucking entrance, dude.
for real.
I mean, that's hard.
That's what I'm saying. I like it.
Especially like
it's,
for the theme of it. The kind
yeah,
of,
it's a little
hard.
And
different.
imagine the pregame intro and stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That'll look sick.
Oh yeah. It kind of reminds like when the Hurricanes first dropped the newest iteration of the black jersey.
Right.
I didn't really like the red on it. Like I thought it was a little too like I don't know, like bright. Not as bright as this, but then dude, once you see that on the ice with the white backdrop and everything, I think that's gonna look so fucking sick. And if they're glow in the dark,
They
that
gotta
would
be right.
That would
Like,
be
that's the
so,
whole thing.
dude. Cut all the lights. The team comes on the ice, just fucking.
If I'm the
That would
other
be
team,
so
I'm
sick.
shitting my pants. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't nothing to do with those guys.
What
Imagine
else is the point of a
Imagine a team does that to you like in beer league.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like fuck, man. Look at
Dude,
these
I'm just
guys.
angry. These
Holy
fucking guys,
shit.
dude. Who turned the lights out for him?
These fucking heroes. Who
Is
turns
this the owner's kid? Like I don't.
music comes on?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Was this an option, dude? I feel like they didn't ask us what our intro song was.
No one asked us. Speaking of Dallas, Trevor Daly
Retired.
retired. He played for Dallas for a long time. So you see that connection.
That, dude.
Uh,
Fucking Segway King still.
Big shouts out Trevor Daly, defenseman, retired. He played for Dallas, Pittsburgh, Chicago, just to name a few. I
Yeah.
think those were the main teams he had a long tenure with.
Solid defenseman.
Solid defenseman. I feel like he's a Stanley Cup champion somewhere in there.
I think you might be right.
Yeah,
You might be
either with
right.
Pittsburgh or the
look that
Blackhawks.
up real
Yeah,
quick.
I can't quite remember.
I've been seeing noise or people talking like he might end up in a front office position.
I think with Pittsburgh too, if I'm not
Really?
mistaken. Yeah,
That'd be
but
dope.
that's definitely the thing. And another guy to that same note was giving him props, like he's GM type material in terms of his knowledge and
Yeah.
all that. So that's sick. Yeah. So yeah, it's always sick when you see.
Yeah, he won a cup with Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
too.
and
I
so
think a
it's-
couple of them. It looks like.
there you go. At least 2 of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's always awesome when you see a recent NHL player go straight into a role. You know, obviously you want to see him be able to hang out with their family and stuff, and he will because he won't be traveling as much.
Yeah. But it is cool always,
He's
guys
got
that put all that
job
time in.
security right away is the biggest thing. A lot of guys don't have that.
Yeah.
Especially back in the day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? There wasn't a lot
definitely,
of
yeah.
opportunities.
Just fucking run you into the ground and then like
Yeah.
fucking see you, dude.
No-
Deal with
no
that
shade to
head,
them, they
deal
were
with
dumb
that
as hell.
CTE, buddy.
Aside from the injuries, they weren't too bright, a lot of
yeah,
them. They weren't drafted for their brains
yeah,
back in the day.
for real.
Wasn't a lot of guys coming out of college. It was more like, coming out of World War II.
You've seen some shit.
18.
Come here.
Yeah. When I skate. Speaking of defensemen, Devin Taves signs 4 years, Colorado.
Yeah.
Another defenseman signing out there, sort of a depth defenseman. Not too depth, but
He's at
Bottom
like top
6.
4. I think he's like top 4.
Is he top
He's
4?
got like some it's the like offensive upside. He's real good. But that's why when they traded for his rights or whatever, it was kind of weird because I mean they got Sam Girard out there. They've got
multiple
McCarr,
defensemen. They got some defenseman depth.
I will say Devon or Devon, whatever, has a fucking clapper, son.
Yeah.
He's got a boom. Got like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Seen
just
that
good
on
shit
the
for
island.
Colorado.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the AAV is, but it's not crazy.
It can't be that wild.
Yeah,
They
people
got
were
him
like
before.
saying it was an overpay, but I do feel like
They also
he's kind
signed
of
him.
one of the more low key guys that was moving around this offseason.
Well, they also signed him for 4 years.
Yeah.
That's not exactly. That's not a long time, but that's a long time right now. And he's not He's not over 26, is he?
Yeah, I think he might
Right
be
around
like
that age.
26.
That's a long
maybe
time for a
little
guy that
older.
age who's got some upside.
Yeah,
It's a flat cap time.
yeah, definitely.
People are idiots.
Definitely.
Um,
Speaking of free agents, dude.
speaking of guys who need to find a home and sign of the times, Holla, Hoffman, to name a few. Char doesn't know if he's playing, but he's another free agent.
But he's kind of a Bostoner retire. I feel like You think he might?
There's no way he goes anywhere else. Mikal Granlund is another one. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't remember anymore. But there's a few names. Hoffman's definitely a big name.
Yeah.
So is Holla.
Holla is. I think.
There's another. Hamonic. Travis Hamonic.
Oh yeah.
Right-handed defenseman.
Yeah. Interesting.
I know.
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
gonna be.
I think he has like a geographical preference. Like I think he wants to be Western
Oh.
Canada. So I'm not too
Try to
sure.
make that work somehow. With Holla and Hoffman, kind of going back to the flat cap thing, do you think that's why? Do you think I feel like they're two guys that have kind of put in their time on those short deals. It's like he's gonna.
Corey Perry's another one. Sorry,
put,
interrupting.
but no, like put the numbers up, and then like I'm gonna get my next contract, and then something happens, especially a guy like Holla going, bouncing around with the expansion draft and waiting to get that next big contract. And do you think teams aren't willing to take the chance on him on those long deals?
I don't think it's and it's nothing against any of the players that are available. Hoffman, Corey Perry, Holla. I think it's because of the flat cap, because it's such an unsure thing. A lot of these teams might be waiting till like training camp time.
Yeah.
And then or even some fucking news on when they can even do that.
Yeah.
And then teams assess what type of depth they want to sign when they know who they're going to be having.
When the season's happening.
Right, and then probably sign some of these guys to league minimum type deals.
Yeah.
And then they have prove it years
Yeah.
if they want to keep playing.
Speaking of when the league's going to start, what's the league that just announced like February 5th or whatever? Was that the OHL?
The OHL and the AHL.
And the AHL. So that's pretty much saying the NHL is not starting January 1, right?
Right.
Not that we even really thought it would, but do you think they're still going to try to stay out of the summer, dude? That'd be fucking tough starting in February.
Well, the rumor is that it would be like 40-something games. I think. So, like 40 to 50, I think.
Damn.
So, potentially.
Damn, dude.
Not many
This would be
games.
so fucking weird.
Like a lockout season.
Yeah. There's no way the NHL does this body checking bullshit, right? Like, there's no way? There's no way, right? You got to tell me there's no way.
There's a reason I haven't said there's no way yet.
Dude, you got to tell me there's no way.
I won't tell you that, Jacob.
Dude, I can't. I couldn't do it. Dude, if they said the NHL couldn't hit.
Do you have any idea how many times I've been crushed this year?
Oh, that's true, man.
I can be crushed more.
There is lower. I know in my soul.
Because I thought I've hit bottom. And I can
just
sink
keep
so much
getting
lower.
deeper.
So Bergeron's got this Elmo impression.
Yeah.
Was he
Ron
him
Brighter
for
got it,
Halloween or
dude.
something?
It was probably. I mean, I'm sure it was a
It's his
Halloween
costume.
thing. It was. I don't know if he was doing it for his kids or if it was like a charity thing. But he kind of bodied an Elmo impression, dude. Like he had like a full little head thing on. Fucking. Oh yeah. I didn't read the caption. I just like scrolled to it. I was like, who's this fucking Elmo cop? What's going on here? Watched it and like popped it up. I was like, oh, that's Bergeron. What the fuck, dude? Like, just that. I feel like he's always just so stoic, and then just to see like,
Yeah, he's not
just-
much of a...
and the Elmo voice,
Jokester.
Yeah, the Elmo voice come out. I don't know. It's funny
That's
as fuck
funny.
to see.
That's cool. Shouts out that Elmo impression, dude.
For real, dude.
Shouts out Bergeron.
Shouts him out.
Goofy shit. So, no shocker to anybody. It shouldn't be anyway. Bobby Orr's shown in a fucking snapshot with President Trump giving the old thumbs up, and he publicly endorses him.
Well, he took like a page out in the paper in like New Hampshire.
There you
It's
go.
Like full page, wrote his own letter. Like And again, like it really shouldn't. Like I'm not surprised that
Right.
fucking Bobby Orr is conservative, but I don't know. It was just such a weird like moment, I guess. Just like took out an ad in the New Hampshire paper, just like I'm Bobby Orr.
What an old guy thing to
For
do.
real.
What an old rich guy thing to do.
For real, dude.
And I think that's really what it comes down to is old rich
Losing-
white guys are gonna stick together.
Losing no Boston fans, by the way, with that with that endorsement. I just want to point that out.
Are we out here saying Bobby Orr can be canceled because he can't? Not by that.
Boston will greet him with open arms.
Yeah, in terms as far as he needs to know, like Boston can be its own like country. It can be like its own like it can be like its own like existence.
For real. He could live an entire life just
Yeah.
in Boston and be A-okay.
He's chilling.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Wild as fuck, dude.
Speaking of wild, dude. Speaking of wild and weird. All right, and so like let's go back to like what almost a year ago. I feel like I don't remember how long ago it was. The first season of The Mandalorian.
Yep.
The hype, right? The hype, and we were fucking going over episodes and shit like that. I'm not saying that's not going to happen again. I'm not saying I'm not excited. Where's been the public hype? Where's been the fucking marketing? Where has been the this is the way shit?
For real. I saw like one or two YouTube ads, and that's when I found out, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's coming. That's cool.
Megan got some fruit snacks and they had Mandalorian. That's all I've seen.
You were just like just looking at the box. Oh shit. Babe's new Mandalorian now?
Baby Yoda.
It's just crazy.
Um,
You get zero
I
hype.
haven't seen it yet. I know it's out. I need to watch it. I've just been busy with Halloween
Yeah.
and other shit. Working. I worked this weekend too.
Oh,
But,
man, it
yeah,
sucks,
he did too.
Damn.
But yeah, so I want to.
Watched it though.
Fuck. Damn it.
You're busier than him, dude.
Damn
Fuck
it.
dude. Fuck it. You're
I
busier.
am busy.
He's
I am busy.
Dude, you went out for Halloween. Dude. You stayed in
Exactly.
with his girlfriend.
Stayed with
dude.
my girlfriend.
Loser.
Like a loser.
Like a good
Loser.
romantic fella. Hardly
Had a nice wholesome night with my lady.
Hardly at all. Hardly at all.
Oh, bitch, like every day.
That's love, dude.
But yeah, no. Do you think it's because of the election?
I do, and especially North Carolina, we're a swing state. Like that's just I've noticed every ad that I see anywhere is just a political.
I've
ad.
gotten thousands of text messages.
Yeah, no, you've been keeping us up to date in like our group messages. Like here's
100 a
another
day.
one.
Get like 100. I
Bro.
still get them.
Bro, it's
I've not
done
gotten
that
a
for a
one.
bro.
I hate you.
I don't know why, but I've not gotten a one.
It's bad. I finally tweeted at him. I was like, "Yo, hey, next gen." That's because that's
Leave
who
me
it is.
alone.
Next gen Americas. Stop fucking texting me, man.
Do they-
Stop.
Do they just hit up like I'm assuming they just hit up like the voter registry
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
100%.
because that's all public record. That was the dude. That was the weirdest. This just reminded me political commercial I've seen this whole time. I've only seen it one time, but it just came. It was a YouTube ad. It was like, hey, so voter records are public, so all your friends and family could see if you vote this year. You probably want to go vote. And like that was I was just like, dude, is that a direct threat?
That's
like,
a threat, bro. That's a threat.
Yeah.
Dude,
It was just on YouTube.
Here's
I was like, what
here's
the
the
fuck?
thing too. Like, and then I went and looked through the feed of it. Is like, you think those are bots? They're not bots.
They're people.
You go through it. People are like, you adding the thing going. I can't wait to text hundreds of people today. And I'm sitting there thinking like, you sick fuck. You fucking sick fuck. Like now, look, there's nothing wrong with, you're a political minded individual. You want to
Yeah.
fucking lobby for your fucking
Being-
side.
activism, all that.
All that good stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. Yo, hitting up my personal line is hitting up my personal line.
No one
man.
wants that.
No one wants that.
that, dude.
No one wants that shit.
I would
if you,
like
if
to-
you genuinely think people want to fucking be advertised to on their cell phones via a text message, you are sick in the fucking
real.
head.
Last
You're
thing
sick in the
anyone
head.
wants.
Feels so invasive. Like there's something
Beyond
just so
invasive.
invasive about it.
You
Like,
call me Joshua?
Oh,
How the fuck do you know my name is
wow.
Joshua?
That-
You know
that's
what I
not
mean?
cool at all, dude.
Like you said, public fucking the voter registry is open. It's like
your
you
friends and family
sick
can
fucks.
see if you voted. I would like to meet the person who's swayed by the text message.
And smack them in the mouth for being an absolute sheeple. You absolute fucking sheep.
Yo, but the new Mandalorian was dope. I ain't gonna talk about it, but it was dope.
Yes, I don't spoil it, dude.
Some of my buddies told me it was like a movie.
How long is the episode? Have they bumped up the episode length?
It's still like an hour.
It seemed like the same. Yeah, it seemed
45
like the same
minutes?
length, Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it was dope as far as just what was going down. It was
Shut up.
perfect.
Shut
There
up.
better be another Bill
Perfect
Burr
bringing you back into the
appearance.
Shut up.
shit.
Bill Burr's
Bill Burr said he was going to be on it again.
better
like a long
be.
time
Shut
ago.
up.
Anyway, so what happens is fade in. Fade in. You see the Mandalorian flying through
scrolling
space.
credits. Star Wars. Speaking of sci-fi, I like the order of this shit has been perfect. The transitions are on
Bro,
point.
before I saw a clip with the Kanye Joe Rogan interview, dude. Speaking of Star Wars, he was just bringing up like, he's like, so this guy, he told George Lucas about the scrolling script like at the beginning of the movie, and like that was a thing, and Joe was like, okay, and he was like, and who's the main character of Star Wars? And he was like, Joe was like, Luke Skywalker. He was like, who made the movie? He was like, George Lucas. And he was like, dude, and Joe's just like, well, yeah, like Luke. He's like, Lucas, he's the main character. And Joe was just like, I guess, like I don't.
Like, what are we
Like,
talking
it's possible
about?
he named Luke after himself? Sure.
Like, what are we saying?
It was just such like a fucking, just such a Kanye moment. Just like the
Man.
fucking Lucas. Like, that's just some Reddit conspiracy bullshit.
No way nobody noticed that before.
You ain't got the answers.
Rogan?
Notice how ABCs and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star are the same? Think about that.
George Lucas.
George Lucas, ABCs.
1, 2, 3. George Lucas killed Michael Jackson.
Oh fuck. And he's doing more crazy shit, dude. Did you see he got Kim a hologram?
Did you see this?
Dude, did you watch the video of it?
I watched.
I heard about it.
I
I never
watched
watched
just
it, but I heard about it.
more like less than 15 seconds because that's all I could.
Dude, I watched
is-
the whole thing.
What
It
is
was
wrong with you?
so creepy.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy,
Like, I can't imagine first how much that cost. Like,
bro. He goes, "You married the most genius
well, he did, they said
man."
The most genius man. It's like, bro, don't hype yourself up like that in the birth. And then,
gift you gave. Like,
and then, dude, the hologram says that, and then
dead
he goes, and you're the most like genius businesswoman. But it's like that came second to the fact that she married Kanye. Dude, hologram your dad fist bump you like, bro, your husband's dope. Like,
That's
awesome. I think we
genius. So
all only
funny.
hope to be that rich.
for real.
Dude, would y'all want a fucking hologram of just anybody? Like, not even if they're still alive. I'm like, that'd be creepier if they were still alive, actually. But
It'd be way creepier if they're still
dude, I
alive.
would not want a hologram of like my deceased parent.
It depends.
I'd like maybe of like a character, but like as like a decoration, kind of like fucking.
Just
Like,
a
no,
No, because I
constant
feel
hologram.
like now that I'm thinking
Yeah,
about it,
just
I feel like I've been
just
to
Darth
like
Vader, like
not like anything too specific, but I feel like I've been to like some sort of form of entertainment where like there was a hologram, not like on like the Tupac hologram level type
Yeah.
of good, but like there was like I feel like I've seen some shit. There's definitely like some projection animatronic shit going. That shit's never settling. That shit is never
No.
okay.
No,
it's
no.
always fucking weird.
It's that thing about, I forget what, but like how you can recognize like when something's not human, whatever that shit
the
is.
Uncanny Valley.
The uncanny, yeah. Just
Yeah.
deadness. You're just
Yeah,
looking into
there's
lifelessness.
just no emotion. He's like, I love you, Kimberly. I was like, ugh, dude. I wouldn't want that shit in my house.
You're not
bro.
real.
Yeah, I would not want that shit in my house.
Just comes alive like a Furby.
Just the hologram starts getting solid. Reaches out, touches
Oh
you.
no!
It's just super
it's like
not
a horror
cool, dude.
movie.
You gotta write that
Super
one.
not fucking cool.
All right, election day. It's coming up. Vote.
I voted, dude.
Vote if you haven't.
I went out there. Actually, dude, have you? I saw Kane stats.
Doesn't matter if you have. You're still gonna get fucking text messages.
But dude, I saw Kane stats tweeting out that fucking line he was waiting.
Watch out for voter suppression. I talked to him a little bit about it. Apparently, where he's at in that county in South Carolina, there's like one spot, and they were only open that Saturday for like X number of hours. There was 3 booths inside
That's
the place.
ridiculous. The place I went,
clear voter
dude,
suppression.
the place I went, like I waited in line for like maybe 15 minutes. But dude, there was probably 30 voter booths, 40 voter booths.
where
in
I
that shit.
where I used to live over in Garner, over like the neighborhood behind ours has like a fucking amenity clubhouse that was a voting center. Never a line, and there's like 10 booths.
Yeah.
And there's at most maybe 15 people there at a time.
Yeah, like it's
and
crazy.
they were open like all day every day.
Yeah, and then fucking I was seeing his thread, and he's waiting like hours. Dude, this shit, it's so
Like
fucked
4.5
up.
hours.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah. But apparently the news and shit was out there, so they, you got public eye on that shit, and that's
It's
all
good, I
part
guess.
of that's all
But,
part of
yeah.
getting it changed, because that's the thing, is if no one knows it's happening, if no voices that can put enough eyes on it that matter, then
Yeah.
nothing ever changes, you know what I mean? So
No, for sure.
shit's wild, but
No, holding people accountable is important, dude.
Yo, Jacob, man.
What's
where
up,
where
dude?
can they get us if they want to hold us accountable, bro?
You're always accountable, dude. Hit us up at Talkin Sauce Pod. No underscore. Respect the underscore, dude. Fucking. If you're listening, please watch our YouTube. The Scrum comes out. All this is on video. Like, subscribe. You all watch YouTube. You can find me at jcobb, JAY_COBBB. Josh, where they get you at?
You can hold me accountable at TABZZ.
Dylan, where they hold you
Find me
accountable?
already. You teabags your mum. 69420 lowercase x capital X.